Hi guys, welcome to this week's video. This is going to be part 1 of my Pony Club camp series. So this is what you need for the horse. So first thing, you need a pony. He's a little bit tired, aren't you? Yes, you are. So you need to get them a little bit fit for, because of course you're riding 2 times a day, so it's a lot, isn't it? But you're going to have lots of fun. I'm taking Monty because he needs the experience. And then also, if you have a pony on loan, make sure with the loaners, the owners, that it's okay to bring them to camp. And if the ponies are staying over, that it's okay to stay over. So of course you need a grooming kit to clean them. That's just the basic things. I'll probably do another video of what's in my grooming box because it's updated a little bit. Also, mane detangler is so important because, not really important, just really easy. When you're in a rush, you need to brush their tail and mane up, but it's really naughty. Of course, you need hay or haylage or whatever you have. This is our hay, and because of course they're staying the whole day. And then obviously hay nets to transport the hay. Every day last year with Archie, I had 3 hay nets full of hay, medium, not overly stuffed, just because I thought just in case he has to stay over, don't want him to be hungry. But then I only used 2 hay nets a day because he doesn't really eat that much hay. But then, of course, depending on which camp or which area you go to, they might provide the hay. I know at ours, if the horse is staying over, the hay is provided, and the bedding too. But then if it's not, then just bring your own hay in the trailer next to it. And a very important thing to bring is the wheelbarrow. Not for mucking out, just for transporting stuff like oil tack from the car to the stable every day, because it might be that you have to park a long way away and that it's just easier to do it like that. The thing you have is a Sharpie, just so you can write your name or anything, or if you need to use a pen, you got it. And also a pen and paper if you're doing your Pony Club test, D+, whatever tests you might need it. It depends how they do the tests. So of course, if you're going to be washing your pony off, you need a bucket, a sponge, and also if your pony travels with the tail bandages, Archie does, Monty will probably freak out, and then also shampoo. And if your pony gets very sweaty, you need to wash them off after the ride. You need a couple of sponges, just useful for tack cleaning, washing the pony off. And also I use a cooling wash. You don't have to wash it off, you just put a little bit of it in the water and it's ready to go. A muck bucket is really good because you aren't using the wheelbarrow. It's useful just put the muck in there and it's away. And then also because the muck truck at ours, you can't really wheel a wheelbarrow up it because it's quite steep, so it's easier to take a bucket. Of course, especially if they're really hot and sweaty, they might need a cooler, so I'll be definitely taking this, as Monty does get very sweaty after cross country. This is really good. It's just a pooper scooper, not very expensive, but they're really good for just a quick muck out. You might need studs for cross country because Monty might, depending on how the ground is that week. And also because for the last day, last day is a 1-day event, and then the day before that is Squad Run show jumping, you might have to plait up. In our Pony Club, we plait up for the last 2 days, so I just use this naff plait it up stuff. And then of course plaiting bands, also a salt lick. Hey Holly. So what you also need is a saddle. This is very important because you actually need it to ride. So you need a girth. This is Monty's stud girth, and you use it for jumping. And you need a saddle. So you also need some stirrups. I just have some stirrup covers on my stirrups because they're metal treads. I don't want them to scratch the saddle. And to go with the stirrups, I have some stirrup leathers. And if your horse wears ears, then you need some ears. Archie always wears ears in summer because most of the time anyway, because the flies, his ears are really bothered by the flies in the summer. And then in the winter I find that it keeps their little ears warm. But Monty's only ever had ears on twice, and that was just in the stable to see if they fit, and he was a little bit wary of it. So if your horse has one, it'll need a half pad. Monty has a half pad with 2 foam, one here and then one here, just because he's a little bit weak in the muscle there, so he just needs it for a couple of weeks till he builds that muscle up, and so then we'll just take it out. And also it looks really cute. So of course, if your camp is like mine, you might have a competition on the last day. We have a 1-day event. So for dressage and show jumping, I might wear it for show jumping, depends on how sweaty it is. I just bought a white saddle pad for dressage. Now what I like to do, I like to wear a navy saddle pad and then a coloured saddle pad for camp, because you ride twice in the day. And I've just got a navy one, but it says Lottie and Archie on.
So today we will be talking about what you would need for pony club and
Pony camp.
Pony camp, sorry.
But for the horse, the rider video will be out tomorrow. So this is the bridle bag. Let me show you.
It's Lemire and it's got 2 hooks, so you can hang 2 bridles. It's good for travelling.
Yeah. Or it's good for, because you can't do dressage in a martingale, I've hung. So if your pony has a martingale, this is just a standard martingale. Really nothing fancy about it. So if your pony needs it, then you can bring a martingale. And then also a bridle too, with reins, and this bit is just a Waterford bit, but today we're trying out the snaffle for flat work, so hopefully that goes well.
Next we have black boots, which we use for show jumping and flat work. They're Lemire and they're really good and they won't come off.
Yeah, and they've got double straps.
Yeah.
So that's good. And then also to go in the front, I just got some Lemire black brushing boots. Got a couple of pairs of these as we use them every day. And here you are, Lucy's modelling. Yeah, as you can see, it's very.
And then this is the other one.
So in this bag I have all our cross-country boots. So we have Monty's and then a pair of Archie's too. So what I really like about cross-country boots is that they have little holes here. So then when you go through the water, it drains, and then it's just all around the boot. It's super protective. So you have them on front and back boots. And then also we have some overreach boots. These are his cross-country ones, and mainly his posh ones, because they're leather and they're really nice. I have some other ones, but they're just for at-home training. And I really like how there's a little bump here, so then it stops it moving around.
Can I show you the
Click, clop, click, clop, click, clop. That's what it shows.
That's on me.
That's where you go. Okay.
Fly repellent.
Put your feet down. No one wants
They're
to
all
see your
shiny
feet.
though, look.
So I've got this little bucket of various things that I just used on a daily basis at camp last year. So fly spray, Monty needs a lot of this, and he also has fly cream because he's a sensitive son and he doesn't like sprays.
He's getting better
But
with
then
the fly spray though.
main detangler spray he's fine with. I don't know why. But of course, because he's bay, bays, blacks, like dark coloured horses, because their blood's different, it tastes sweeter to the flies. That's why they're so attracted to them, I think.
Yeah.
This is a new thing I've recently bought, and I used it a couple of times. I use this for after cross country because, of course, they've worked hard, and because they've had boots on, I don't want their legs overheating. So then, Ice Blue Conde Martin gel. You just put it on their legs, leave it for like 2 minutes, then wash it off, and then it cools it right down.
I guess I'm going. Right, so this is some basic human sun cream, and we use it for Archie's nose because it's really sensitive, and we use it on ourselves when we're doing cross country or we're just generally riding in the sun. And
Because Archie has a little pink nose. And actually, funny story time. If you haven't watched my latest cross country video, then I'll link that down below and go watch it because it's very funny. But of course, I wore a short sleeve t-shirt, but I didn't put any sun cream on because I was like, oh, it's not that hot, and the sun wasn't out. But then as soon as we got on, the sun decided, it's out, and I actually didn't get sunburned, but I have like a massive tan line from here. It's like white tan, like yeah. You gotta think about that.
I will demonstrate what sun cream looks like. See, it looks like that, and then you've got to rub it in.
Thanks, Lucy.
Mental.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
So of course you got the cooling wash, which you put it in some water, you dilute it, and then you don't even have to wash it off. So I love those. Sweat scraper for scraping the sweat and water off. Sponge.
I'm doing hoof oil.
And a feed bucket because Monty and Archie don't actually get treats we don't give them treats by hand really, just because with Archie he gets a little bit greedy sometimes if you do it every day, and of course Archie's a little bit fat at the moment, so he's on boot camp, and Monty doesn't know what a treat is. He only knows it by the bucket, but he has his own blue bucket.
Next, we have this just general hoof oil. It comes with a brush. You just unscrew it and there's a brush. You get extra points in pony camp if you put this on every single day when you ride. Yeah, tack and turn out, or turn out and tack. Yeah, so that's always a good tip. I'm going to do a Lottie. Bye guys.
I don't do that.
You do, you go.
I do this. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up, please subscribe, and see you all next time.
Okay,
Bye.
put that out for future jazz hands. Guys, we are doing what's that? Bloopers? Bloopers is it called?
Short bloopers. Yeah.
Short bloopers.
My phone just ran out of storage because I haven't deleted videos since I got it.
And
so I just had to quickly do that.
I sprayed myself with sun cream.
Yeah, even though you're not good with the sun.
No, because
it's fine. Because we're vampires, Lucy. We're vampires, okay?
Wait, no, that's.
Holly's right there, enjoying the sun.
I'm a vampire.
Is that my rock? So it's been playing for 21 seconds, Lucy.
Okay.
This is Mr. Rock. He's a very good friend of mine.
I'm going to start recording. Okay. So
please like this video, please subscribe, and stay tuned for part 2 to this video, which is hopefully going to be out tomorrow. See you all next time. Bye!